The Crimson Claw Part 1. Gotham City has a new hero. Chapter 5. Christmas in Gotham. December arrived in Gotham City with the kind of bitter cold that made your bones ache, the kind that no amount of coffee could chase away. The city had draped itself in holiday lights and garland, trying desperately to convince itself it was something other than what it was, a cesspool of corruption wrapped in tinsel. I stood in Gotham Plaza with about 3,000 other people, my press badge dangling from my neck and my camera in hand. The annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony was one of those events the Gazette covered every year, and somehow I'd drawn the short straw. Vicky had smirked when the assignment came down, knowing I'd hate the fluff piece. She wasn't wrong. The tree itself was magnificent, I had to admit, 60 feet of Douglas fir trucked in from somewhere that actually had forests. It stood in the center of the plaza, still unlit, surrounded by a stage where various city officials were gathered. And front and center, wearing a white fur-trimmed dress that probably cost more than my annual salary, stood the Ice Princess. Ice Princess. Even her stage name made me roll my eyes. Her real name was Michelle something or other, a 21-year-old model who'd won some beauty pageant and now acted like she cured cancer. Blonde hair teased into voluminous waves, a figure that made men stop mid-sentence. And from the 2 interviews I'd read, the intellectual depth of a puddle. Looking gorgeous, as always, Michelle, some photographer shouted. She struck a pose, pouting at the cameras. "I'm just so honored to be lighting Gotham's tree this year," she cooed in a breathy voice. "It's like totally a dream come true. I just want to bring joy to all the people." I snapped a few obligatory photos, already composing the saccharine article I'd have to write. "Cynical looks good on you." I turned to find Selina beside me, wearing a charcoal wool coat and a knowing smile. My heart did that stupid flutter thing it had been doing every time I'd seen her over the past few days. "Selina, what are you doing here?" "Shrek Industries is sponsoring the ceremony." She gestured toward the stage, where I now noticed Max Shrek himself, wearing an expensive overcoat and his practiced smile. Max wanted his assistant present to handle any issues, which really means he wanted someone to fetch his coffee and hold his umbrella if it snows. Sounds delightful. Oh, it's magical. Her sarcasm matched my own. How's the reporting business? About as magical as your evening, apparently. I paused, lowering my voice. Have you been okay since our talk at the cafe? Something softened in her expression. I've been careful, like you asked. Her gloved hand brushed against mine, the touch brief but deliberate, though I've been thinking about what I said, about being tired of being careful. Before I could respond, the loudspeakers crackled to life. Max Shrek had taken the microphone, his voice booming across the plaza with practiced warmth. "Good evening, Gotham. What a wonderful turnout for this special night." Applause rippled through the crowd. The holiday season reminds us what makes this city great: community, togetherness, hope for the future. That's why Shrek Industries is proud to sponsor tonight's celebration, and why we're committed to bringing Gotham into a brighter tomorrow with projects like our new power plant. I felt Selina tense beside me. That plant will bring jobs, economic growth, and affordable energy to every family in this city, Shrek continued, lying through his perfect teeth. Because at Shrek Industries, we believe in giving back. The applause was louder this time. I watched faces in the crowd, people bundled in worn coats, parents with children on their shoulders. They wanted to believe him. They needed to believe someone gave a damn about them. "He's good," I muttered. "I'll give him that." "He's a snake," Selina whispered back. "A snake in an expensive suit." My phone buzzed. A text from Bruce. "Red triangle activity near the plaza. Street performers reported, but they're facing security. Stay alert." I scanned the crowd with new eyes, my reporter instincts shifting into something sharper. There, 3 men in garish clothing near the tree's base, wearing face paint and juggling pins. They looked like street performers playing into the festive atmosphere. But their positions were too strategic, their eyes too focused on the security detail around Shrek. "Ladies and gentlemen," Shrek announced, "please welcome Gotham's own Ice Princess to light our beautiful tree." The Ice Princess tottered forward on heels that could double as weapons, waving at the crowd like royalty. She took her position by a large ceremonial switch, photographers jockeying for the best angle. "On behalf of all of Gotham," she breathed into the microphone, "I just want to say that Christmas is about, love and stuff, and I hope this tree brings everyone together in, unity and peace." I caught Selena's eye. She was trying not to laugh. The Ice Princess threw the switch with a dramatic flourish. Thousands of lights blazed to life, bathing the plaza in gold and white. The crowd erupted in cheers. Children squealed with delight. For one moment, Gotham almost felt like what it pretended to be. Then I saw movement, the three performers shifting position, one of them reaching into his coat. My muscles tensed, ready to act, but then he pulled out only a handful of candy canes and began tossing them to nearby children. False alarm. Maybe. The ceremony continued with carols and speeches, but I couldn't shake the feeling that we were all part of some elaborate stage show. Shrek playing the philanthropist while planning to bleed the city dry. The Ice Princess playing the sweetheart while chasing fame. Even me playing the reporter when I spent my nights prowling rooftops in red spandex. "Renee!" Selena's voice pulled me back. The crowd was dispersing now. The official ceremony concluded. I need to get back to Shrek. "But tomorrow night, are you free?" "For you? Absolutely." Her smile was worth the cold. "Good, because I think I've found something you'll want to see. Documents about the power plant and the Red Triangle Gang. But not at the office, somewhere safe. Selena, if he catches you, I know the risks." Her blue eyes held mine. "But you were right at the cafe. Someone needs to stop him. Maybe that someone is me." She disappeared into the crowd before I could argue, leaving me standing in the glow of Christmas lights with the terrible certainty that everything was about to get much more dangerous.